All right, let's get it on Tuesday. What's going on, everybody? We're back. Happy Tuesday. Hope you had a good weekend. And get right to the obvious of Bitcoin down 5,000. Yeah, you were up earlier, 102, almost 103. Now you're 97. I don't think it's a big deal. And it still fits into what the big range remains, which is 96 on the downside, with plus minus 2,000, 115 on the top. This is what we're dealing with. There to there, maybe a little bit more. And until we clear that 115, that's how it's going to be. Yes, we're all looking for supermoon, right? We're looking for supermoon. Everybody wants this thing to happen now. Come on. This is really day 2 of the first full week, and that's how they keep record of that. So great to see everybody. What's up, chat? Come on in. Settle in. It's like second pot of coffee here and third cup, I think. But great to see everybody. What's up? Ryzen, LC, Carthago, David, Mr. Can, Ponyboy, Mo. I saw Victoria earlier. Yes, Victoria, it's, send the heat. Send the heat. We're freezing down here in Miami. We're not used to this 60-degree stuff. And then 48 tonight or 50 degrees. You guys, that's like icebox for us. And then up north, northern Florida, central Florida, you guys are freezing. And the rest of you, you're under snow, or most of you. But it's cold. Welcome to January. First full week, let's get to it. Obviously, how do they keep track of it? Is, they say the first 5 days, but it's really like the first Monday through Friday. The first and second sessions of the year were kind of like just a little overspill. Right now, Bitcoin, we got to go to the 4-hour charts. And let's just kind of follow the dots. That's your big zone. But seriously, I don't think we're quite ready for moon yet. We're getting there, but you got to understand we're going to have to still wind our way through 4-hour patterns. I mean, this was last week. Bitcoin, bullish bat. That was the type 1. I mean, perfect. Smack the reaction, come back for 2. But there was confirmation, so that explains the delayed reversal, or at least move up to target 2. And so 101.851 was target 2 for Bitcoin, guys. That's it. I mean, and so we're reacting down after completing the target 2 on the 4-hour. Yellow dot was perfect. Play it dot to dot. Where's the next oversold signal? Do we go back to 96? Maybe. And then check out indicators, guys. HSI is deeply oversold, but what do we know? We need a green 4-hour bar, so you're still in a reactive move off of this most recent overbought 4-hour signal, and you got down there pretty quickly. I like a lot of things that are shaping up here. Just don't expect it today. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, we're turning around. But that's what we're just coming off that 2. You have a 4-hour pattern as well. It was kind of an ugly bat pattern where, okay, we went from 91, 92 back to 102 to 96 and then maybe back to 101. We're going to have to still stair step. Don't think that stuff goes straight up. Even in crypto Olympic, the current crypto Olympic cycle, which is once every 4 years, and you've got 4 or 5 months. So also, I think the market's just, in general, people don't know what to expect. And so here we are, 2 weeks from today, we will have the new president of the United States. Round of applause, because I can't imagine if we had it the other way. I would probably be telling you guys to go buy, go stock up on dried food for the next, like a 5-year supply. Get your generator and go build a freaking bomb shelter at this point. The rate they were going, and I'm definitely want to be, I'm in a show me kind of attitude, like, let's go. I want the change. I embrace the change, but I also know that we need to see results. And I think a lot of people are looking at the markets like this in general. Look, money printers still going burr. If they remove the debt ceiling, that's the ultimate money printer move ever, to remove the debt ceiling. Okay, so these are all big events that will affect the market. It's just that it's so uncertain at this moment. We're going to have a lot of short, sharp sell-offs, big pushes as they try to get higher on pushing into new price discovery zones. But sharp sell-offs, yeah. So we've seen today's just like another one, the same as there and the same as back right before Christmas, the week before Christmas, down like that. It's been pretty sharp stuff. And we're talking 10% zigzag, 8-10% moves for Bitcoin, that is. And sailors just probably sitting there saying, God, any 5-digit Bitcoin is a buy. And it probably is. Let's get to where we are on the weekly. Yep. Oh, Clean Spark. I'll get to that. Yeah, no, we just started that yesterday. I rolled out to more longer term options on that, but we'll talk about that. Look, you're embracing these retracements. You want to see, you want to get this on a discount, right? You want to get another opportunity on all of this. Here's Bitcoin on the weekly, breaking under the 50. So that needs to turn up. We need to see some green bars. At least 2 or 3 weeks. It doesn't have to do much, but these just have to be individual green bars. If we can hold lows, current last week low, all right, is 91,315. Need to be holding these current weekly lows. What's going on here? Hello. Something just happened. There we go. Okay. That's kind of strange. Anyway, 55K. 50% retracement. Are you serious? Yeah, that would be, you would consider yourself lucky. 50% retracement. I don't know about that, my man. I say go dot to dot on the 4 hour. Like, how do you know? What are you going to look at that's really going to give you reliable, at least multi-day swing opportunities and clarity? Go on a 4 hour chart. Go from T1 to T2. Go to dot for Bitcoin. And really all this is, it started about 12 hours ago, was a bearish oversold dot. We're still in this bat pattern. It's T2. Like I said, off the other bat. Both of those are going to say 96. And, even if we were looking at this bat pattern, can we get this oversold to just finish up and give us an inflection out of the zone? That could be, like I said, a couple more bars. All right. And not to mention, Amplified is oversold on the 4 hour. Every time. And this is where it's, look, these are the areas where it looks like, you know what, as SH, you know what, IT. And then you look at the last readings of every time we're hitting oversold, how close you are to like just a temporary exhaustion point. You've got Amplified, you've got HSI. Lowest reading on HSI going back a month. It still needs more time. But it's linking up. This is linking up in a way, okay, where you're oversold too. You need to turn that around. Like, again, just need to, where are we going to stabilize? 97, 96, 94. That's what you're looking at in the next 3,000 points, dollars. So it's just a matter of the price bar. end this. Like you've got 2 hours and 25 minutes still left in that 4-hour price bar. That puts you into around 3 o'clock New York time. Yeah, you could easily tag the target one and look for that to stabilize out. I'm not really worried about it. I mean, again, it's definitely a part of the process. Again, it's not going to be straight up. And then when it starts the straight up stuff, okay, you're going to be looking to jump out like for the major cycle moves. You will have a window of maybe 1 to 3 months total. And then when it really, like when Bitcoin does its big move, I don't know what you guys are planning to do. If there's folks that are planning to hold Bitcoin forever, no matter what. That would be interesting to do like a poll even. Like, are you never selling Bitcoin? Because for me, for Bitcoin for the whole cycle, I know the major craziness is going to begin above 115. But then we've talked about 115. We've talked about 150 or 155. And then we've talked about, the 210 scenario. Okay, but in terms of time, we'll do a pretty like a mad rush, much like you did here in the last cycle. Okay, but then that would be it. And so I'm saying a lot of this because I do think people need to kind of feel it in advance, where there's 1902, that's like 116 or something. That's the top end of what we're currently looking at. I mean, we could say 1618 even right now, call it a day and consider ourselves, great job over the last 15 months. But the top end of what the stuff we're looking for, where things could get crazy, much like last cycle, that was 3618 territory, really within plus minus 5%. I mean, just was spot on. You didn't spend much time up there. Some kind of run, 205, 210. All right, that's your maximum. So then again, it's just, I say this because a lot of people are even like, oh, Bitcoin's down 4,000 today. Are you ready for something like this? Just so you know, like that would be a reiteration of that last cycle, or even, even larger. Just generally kind of putting it out there, and all of this within the next 30 weeks. I'm really, I am of the opinion that what we're looking at is like where we are here. We're 30 weeks. July, mid-July. I mean, that's my scenario. Quite frankly, that's 80 to 90% of my whole scenario of how I'm looking out for this completion. Okay, can we get above 1902? If we can, then this larger possibility begins. So today's $4,000, $5,000 thing, look for that down to like as low as 96, and we're still in this whole large scenario. Ken, it's not. We've done the 3618. We've done a minimum 3618 each of the last couple of cycles. And the 2018 cycle with these back-to-back patterns was so absurd from a harmonic pattern perspective. Like you could throw projections off of those patterns with a high level of confidence. I mean, that's just beautiful. That was your 3618. It was almost perfect double top at the 3618, guys. 65, 66,000. So, that's I just think that's the underlying perspective of even looking at it at a 4-hour chart. You're still looking for 4-hour signals to get oversold. And maybe we have a retest of this big bat pattern, and that's yet another within this long uptrend to set it off for something much larger. But we're not ready to explode just yet. I mean, just not. I'm trying to bring this back and show you guys what I'm saying. Like where the 4-hour patterns on these charts become permanent lows, at least for the move. Remember the shark pattern? There was a couple of patterns we had talked about where, yep, it was the last test under 60K, and we had a few patterns down there. It was like 57. What was the low? It was like 54, and we had that 49 test, and that was it. And that was it. And you're kind of thinking the same thing with any major pattern that's, look, Sailor's saying Bitcoin's going to 13 million. All right, get out of here, but I'm not going against that guy. But what I'm saying is that if all of this self-fulfilled prophecy is going to get realized, and you are on the greatest bullish channel of all time, which is, from a technical perspective, that's really what these guys are saying. That this is just the greatest bull channel of all time. Can't even get it to print. There you go. On a 4-hour chart, like Bitcoin is just going to maybe even do it on like a 12-hour chart. Hold on. I'll just do it on the 4-hour chart, and it's, you guys get the point. I'm saying is we're lining up patterns. We're looking for patterns to act as those signals. So right now, the most recent situation we're dealing with, a full retest, 96,000 off the bat, or next HSI, and continuing in the stair-step process that started 2 years ago. Really, I would say 12 months ago, all the way back in here, but each of the way, look, just there's a bat pattern on the 4-hour chart, just so you guys maintain perspective. There's a failed deep crab. Here's another failed crab pattern, deep crab pattern after the type 1. Okay, and the bullish bat pattern, all those crab patterns that were April-ish, 55. Look at all the patterns. And all these patterns are just signals. So are they going to go sideways to up? Yeah, most likely. I mean, here's 5 patterns on Bitcoin before the breakout. March to September. And we still had to have a reaction off the deep crab. I mean, it just is. We're going to have concrete reasons within the 4-hour channel, or even an 8 or 12-hour channel. I'm talking against the all-time chart, where you're going to have fluctuations. And they could be 10 to 20%, even in the strongest of trends. That's what you're dealing with. That's all. It's an interesting kind of review to see all of the patterns. And not only that, like the type 2 Gartley on that 4-hour, you go back to our sessions back in September, and what we were saying was like, yeah, that we're looking for the right shoulder here. We're looking for patterns on the right shoulder that put in the low, and that's the capitulation, and that's what we had, and then fail the pattern and go again. So where we are at the moment relative to those kind of prior examples, yeah, we're a top trend. Or are you going to go do a 50% correction, as someone commented in the chat 20 minutes ago? I really doubt it, especially when you keep printing patterns here. Worst case scenario, you hit the hop at 88, but I don't think so. I think you're just dealing with 96, 94, but does it matter relative to the whole thing if it's going to 210? I mean, you're embracing these situations, especially where we are currently. Market did a 70-point reversal, and again, people are like talking about every which thing of why the market might be ready to roll over. I mean, are you kidding me? You want to embrace these retracements. Am I crazy? I don't know. What do we got here, my man? Join the Discord. Yeah, join the Discord. Get with it. If you guys are not in the Discord, or you're not with Harmonic Trader, please. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Get with Harmonic Trader. Get the free trial. Look, everything we're doing with the software and everything we do is really about waiting for those setups to be served to us. with the defined overbought, oversold signals and get ourselves in alignment with what we have in the trading view. We're using trading view, but send your trading view username to HPC at SR-analyst, get the free trial. And then also try the other platforms, guys. MetaTrader, eSignal, Ninja. There is I got to bring it back up. There's a phenomenal crypto broker with everything. I'll save. I'm going to get that, bring that up next time on the MetaTrader platform. I'll do a dedicated session on that. But get with Harmonic Trader, and all the information that we're talking about too is free as a basic member. So go to harmonictrader.com, register now, submit your email. I don't do any more marketing. The marketing is here on the show, folks, of what we do for you guys to learn this framework, type 1, type 2, recognize the natural mechanics of the market stair-stepping waves, and then employ just the differentiation. Is it type 1 reaction, type 2 return, type 2 reversal? I mean, I would be looking like this for Bitcoin, come down, give us the confirmation, and who knows, maybe go down to type 2, and then back up. But I know that once we weave through here, you got the inauguration, you got the biggest lame duck ever to quack in DC, and so we're in this vacuum of about 2 weeks. Okay, and then the golden arches are going to go up. And that's when then people can really speculate on things that are going to come out, news items or what have you. Until then, it's, again, as defined by these patterns, there's your lows. Here's your at least your short-term highs. I would say 102 for now. We could bring this down. And then get above that bearish pattern. So where the prior breakout point actually was up here, my new breakout point is like 104 or 105. Because once we clear this pattern, I know Bitcoin's going to run. How about that? Let's look at total 3. I think this is total 3 index as well in terms of the whole crypto story, guys. We're looking at the patterns. We're looking for respecting levels, overbought, oversold, and then even like static numbers like 1 trillion. Here's total 3 on the 4-hour chart. What is it? Well, 4-hour has been a really nice, clear time frame to be following because look, beautiful Gartley. Never got the T2, by the way, but here's why we had that little rally recently. We didn't get down to T2, but we got confirmation. There's your green line, HSI open bar trigger line was like 941. And then what do? We run to target 2 with another dot. Look, dot to dot. Sometimes it's easier just to kind of walk through. What's your last dot? Bullish or bearish? Well, here it's bearish up there. And we had a crab pattern. So this is actually not bad because look, let it do that reaction. Here we go with the total 3. This is the T coin index, toilet coins. Yes, that's all coins. You know, take out, it's basically all coins. Probably the others index might even be better for T coins. But remove Bitcoin, Ethereum, that's all the rest. You're looking for the end of this reaction. Your T1's been hit. Yes, we could go to T2. Check out the 4-hour time frame on total 3. We're oversold. And deep oversold on amplified. That might take a little more time, but you're oversold. So another short-term inflection. Again, notice there, oversold. That was on the 24th. And then again back here on the 26th. All right, no confirmation on amplified like we have here. This is a better situation. Like this current double oversold HSI and amplified. They link up to tell you, all right, we're temporarily oversold. Same here. And give that, you know, we've got 2 hours. We need a green bar. Maybe this afternoon, maybe tonight. Maybe today's the down day. Not a biggie. I would still say these are opportunities, guys. I'm really, I'm kind of focusing on these big, the big cap, Bitcoin, the indices for a reason. Embrace these retracements. The retracement situations are going to give us, the best, really risk to reward proportions. Because if we know still underlying trend continues to be up, then as I said before, even with the larger markets, every time we get a nice retracement, and I believe that's on a 4-hour chart, okay, we can play that return move. That's all. That's it. That's where we are. Solana, really quick, another one. Solana, the target on Solana is 330. Where'd you go? Boy, it's running slow. My target, cycle target's 330 on Solana. Another deep crab, right? And check it out. Perfect type 1. T1 goes on. Confirmation on the little, it takes a little extra time. Notice dot to dot. Initial reaction, counter dot, retest. Okay, another dot. Going dot to dot. And now we finally reach target 1 with a double dot on the 4-hour, but pretty clear, 220. Now there's the T1. Can I have my next dot, please? Next dot on Solana. Are we oversold? Sure are. 2 hours, 8 minutes until that bar is a fresh one. So you're taking no action until that comes out. And dare I say, even with Solana, you're going to probably get a dot in. You need 2 green bars because you're going to have a check back off of here. And so what you've got setting up between like 196 and 205, you're going to get some oversold confirmation. And this is only a reaction, so we're probably going to be here Thursday talking like this. It's probably going to, spend 2 days down here screwing around. And then we're going to probably be looking for the return move. That's the 1-2 in action. And even for impatient crypto people, okay, and I know it's like outside of the culture to be patient with crypto. You have to be. You got to realize we're swinging from like scenarios that are 2, 3, 4 days, maybe a week at a time. It's like, geez, I can't wait 2 days. I need to see 330 on Solana by Saturday. Come on. That seems to be the prevalent attitude on how people look at returns in crypto in general. We're swinging from day to day to day. This is Christmas. Okay, 181 was Christmas. And then from Christmas up to New Year's Day was the T1 reaction, but it was beautiful. 10% move. Okay, actually a bit more than a 10, more like 15% move. But that's like a week, 10 days. Now we're back down and, do a 5-day type 1 kind of a thing. It's just being real about the amount of time it takes when people demand, I want my 5x. Yeah, it's all good, Greg. I don't think it's a tough day. I think this is natural market mechanics. And I think we have to just kind of embrace it. Embrace the natural mechanics of all markets. That's how we got to look at it. This stuff takes time to build. We are in the window. We're in the crypto window here, but that crypto window is still going to have retracement. The whole thing like with Trump coming into office and people being super pumped on Trump. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. But Trump is going to have retracements. Trump's going to have 5% corrections. Trump's going to have 10% corrections within this long-term uptrend. I mean, look at what NVIDIA is doing today. Nice rally, smack back down. You don't think these big traders and these big firms don't want to They're going to slosh it around. They're going to move the markets. They're not just going to buy. Here's the others crypto index. And I think this is yet another just deep crab. We got oversold. What is a crab? This crab pattern right here, beautiful W formation at the 1618. Hits the 1618, goes sideways. Confirmation, okay, kisses the hop, and now for a type 1 reaction. Other than the fact that it took more than 3 to 5 bars, you can't ask for a better harmonic response. And so where are we? 30 bars. Okay, there's your 30 window. 34-hour bars. It took 15 bars to really initiate the reversal, but we have achieved the objective. So the only thing I'm looking for is just simply get oversold here. Give me a dot, give me HSI down here. This has to be the expectation. Okay, and look, oversold, oversold, amplified oversold, HSI oversold. And it's a temporary reaction, oversold reaction, that's it. No, but we can talk about it. I mean, let's go to Cardano. Nice recovery. Who said that? What's up? Tim Tom. Where you been, man? Welcome back. Happy New Year. Good to see you. Cardano. Great run. Well done. Recovered from 79, went to 115, smack. Take it. Right on back down. Oh, bat pattern, 113. Not to mention, you know, back to back. Look, back to back to back. So market's not, it's not accelerating. It won't accelerate through higher until we get above 130. We talked about that before. But what is it? It's a 1-2 bat pattern. And still maybe, you know, it's still another type 1 off the second pattern. Notice dot to dots going all over the place. We've talked about that generally like 89 to 130 or 80 to 130 is the larger zone. We're still stuck there. This is just yet another, just a type 1. And I'm not trying to gloss over anything other than saying this is what a hard and fast type 1 reaction looks like. That's it. Can we get oversold? We're not there yet. Not like the other ones on the 4-hour. You're 102 at the moment. This is going to peak under $1. So what's the lesson with all of this kind of stuff is let's maybe trade it. If you're not trading this as much to not be affected by these swings, then maybe we do trade this stuff more. And if we're going to get any kind of a bigger move, like let's say I'm looking for the big move in Cardano. Cardano, my target's still 270 for Cardano for the cycle. And we're talking next 6 months. Come down, hit target 1, and then we're still looking for where these back-to-back pattern situations gives us the reaction, gives us oversold dot, maybe even retest this zone there, like 94. And look for that to then set it up where can we finally launch and go and take out 130. That would be the kind of the setup. You've got real nice pattern formations. And dare I say it's like this. Look, remember the crab pattern? We talked about, this was the scenario where I got long. Like the bulk of it, which was, it actually was down at like 50 on the daily. But even on this 4-hour, it had the type 1, type 2. You know, this is what we're here, okay, right now, literally. From, you go back to November, you're there, type 1 over. We're looking for this stuff to happen. Hit target 1, give me an arrow, give me a dot, and then start the march where you not only do the retest, but you blow through and you just keep going. That's what Cardano did here. And again, we're on the 4-hour. So consider yourself really close to maybe having one more opportunity. Back down, and then the next blast Could be a potent move. I'm going to keep looking at these setups like this until the cycle is over. What's up, Joshua? I'm actually loving the weather. We're not used to 60 degrees in Florida. I know that sounds crazy to the rest of the world, really, but you know, for us it's 80-degree minimums. For me it is. And even then I heat my pool at 90 plus. I'm serious. Can't go swimming though, even in a heated pool this time of year. It's just too cold. But thanks. Hope wherever you are, it's warm, or at least warm inside. I've kind of retired from snow. I love snow, okay, in certain amounts, which is about 30 minutes. And then I'm ready for warm weather. Anyway, those are the big ones. And I think all of them are in terms of where these big opportunities come, and I think they're going to come. Like Solana's one you want to embrace. Cardano, another. You want these retracements. Here's Ethereum. I'm still not impressed with Ethereum. Like, I think Ethereum should be all-time new highs already. But another crab pattern, right? There goes Ethereum. And look at Ethereum, these are little notes that I see. You guys know I've been kind of beaten on Ethereum. I think Ethereum is the Cardano of last cycle, if that makes sense, where Ethereum is just kind of weaker. But Ethereum loves to go to, it has a pattern, bullish or bearish, but even the bearish patterns, they get beaten down. And they go to target 2 all the time. And others are a little stronger. Ethereum, if you got like a bearish pattern like that, chances are the reaction, the T1, goes to target 2. And let's see if this is of any significance down the line, but these are little things that bother me about Ethereum. You know, the Ethereum when it goes down, it gets hit hard, and it's just like it seems to be an underlying selling more so. When the market's down, it's like people are selling it hard. I don't know, but there you go. This was even back in October before the final low. You had a couple of real strong type 2s all over the place. Ethereum, here we are. We're sitting at the 886. You know, every time it wants to poke its head up there, Ethereum just is like, no thanks. And these are really important observations. I think one of the most important obstacles people need to internalize when you're learning the framework and you're learning the metrics is to really respect it, especially when it's obvious like this. Like, you know, here we are, Ethereum right up 786 level. Okay, we're not even 886, but that multiple top right at the 786 is a big deal. I've argued for a long time that what you're looking at is a butterfly formation. 786 at the B point, and that would lead to a mild 127 reciprocal at 6K. So what's that mean? At best case scenario, Ethereum's maybe looking for a 50% bump, and then it would be smack it. You know, then you're looking for something like right back down. Go to 6 and then come all the way back down to 4 or something. In any situation. But for now, on the swing move off of 2024, yeah, zero progress against that 886. That's really what I'm getting at. Okay, this is 2024. And I think it's 3,900 to be exact, but you're looking at it like this. You know, 886 is 38.95. It's like that. And so if this is just a temporary reaction off of that, Then bang, 886. What's that? A 382. So you're squeezed between the 382, 3200, and then the 886 is like 3900. That's your zone for ETH. That's what's going on. And even like this, what's really happening is probably it's a type 2 style retest. There's the one. It's not a bad pattern. It doesn't really match the necessary parameters. But there's your 382 retest, and then you come back one more time. And that should be like, we should see at some point another retest of 39. But not strong. Hey, it's not like some of these others. It's not like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's 10% off its highs. That's it. Not even. Yeah, I really am just kind of going off these big crypto, to be clear. And you want to embrace it. I think by tomorrow, this stuff will be done. Just get with the dots. Yeah, okay. Oh, for Ethereum and Coinbase, we're 2 hours to go, and we're trying to put in a bullish candle. And you're oversold. Good sign. Look, that's a good sign. Couple more. Crypto world. Things that you should be looking at the moment is Celestia. This is going to be a new one for me real soon. We're right back down here at retesting these larger levels. There's the 4-hour chart. And I think 4-hour from here on out, we could go with the 4-hour charts. Look, retesting this lower zone. 495, maybe 473, anywhere around the 5 to 550 for me is a pretty good area. And here we are back at 5. And then go to the daily. Whole bunch of, look, tons of patterns all over the place. Big shark pattern. This is on the Coinbase feed. And I've said this before. This has also been kind of a larger observation, but crypto, IPOs, all new markets, when you see this, respect it. New market comes out, super explosion, full 886 retest, stabilization, forms a pattern. All of that is like, right around 450. The pattern itself, the shark, is more like 6. Okay, I'm saying 5. Confirmation is down here multiple times around 470. So this is, I think, an opportunity. And again, we have the bearish to bullish scenario. Bearish pattern. Do the reaction. Okay, because the first one was that last move was a first thrust off the low. Come back down, gets oversold, dot to dot. You're in business, 470 to $5, 480 to $5. A couple others that I'm really have my attention. Here's another one I have mentioned previously, and it's lesser known, but I'm still looking at it, and it's right around 37 cents. It's this Ribbon Finance on Coinbase. Okay, bunch of patterns, retesting, not the, it's not great because it's scraping these lows, but it did a massive move pre-halving, $1.90, almost $2, all the way back down, 70 or 85% retracement move. We're not down at all-time lows. It could be better, but you're not down at all-time lows, which are like 10 cents, 15 cents, but you're back down here with confirmation, 37 cents, guys. XA level off of that pattern, 37 cents. So I'm looking at 37 cents. Couple more. Yeah, all right. You got it. For Justin, XLM, we're just banging it. 4-hour charts here with daily oversolds like this. Yeah, 43 cents. You got HSI, but look, HSI dots down here. The 4-hour going dot to dot. This is a big deal for actually on XLM with all these patterns. We're down here. Computers are running super slow today. But now HSI dot, high level. It should almost be a one-off, Justin. Like that. Back-to-back shark. Really, I'm looking at it like this. That's a type 2 that ended it. That's also a big 50% retracement of the massive moon move. And here should be a high-level continuation. Hold your butt at 43. I'm still long. Guys, I'm still long. I still have that chunk. I want to add more. I want to get size, but I still have a big chunk. I told you that. Same with XRP. Still have a chunk of that. You know, haven't come off of that. I mean, I downsized it nicely, but I didn't sell it all. And I'd like to get back more because I still think these are going higher. Here we go. XRP. 4-hour charts. Look at those beauties. 4-hour back to back. This is, again, why you get the software. I don't even need to do it for you guys. You can look at your favorite crypto and be like, all right, where's the last pattern? Where's the last dot? Beautiful bat to crab, crab to type 1. All 227. Was that perfect? 227.60 on that target one was 227.38. And I'm sure on a couple other feeds it was exact. Target one's over. Green bar in 1 hour, 48 minutes, and then another green bar. Produce a dot somewhere here and then send it back. The only way you guys are going to really know how this works out is that we're going to be here Thursday. Okay, I'll probably replay this section of what we're talking about on Thursday. But wherever this dot comes in, I'm saying look around 227. Could be lower, absolutely. But the dot to end it, you're almost oversold too. And then we're looking for the return move. We do have this bat pattern at $2. Could it come all the way back down there? Maybe. I'm just looking for where is this. We know it's not ready yet. But eventually, once we're done with this move, we're looking for the return move. Is this it on XRP? Like, is XRP done for the cycle? Who believes that? What's up, Hank? HNK. Welcome. Who believes that that's it? Is the cycle done? Because look at XRP on the daily. We're coming off a daily dot. Like here. Now we have a check back HSI. Bearish. That checked back yesterday, so 1 and 2. We've got to watch this. But what you're really looking for on XRP is this kind of bull flag. That's what it's becoming. You know, is this bull flag? Are we going to break this wedge? I mean, you almost did it last time. And we've highlighted this before. It's like this. Okay, break that wedge. That last dot, that was beautiful. So I'm monitoring this closely, but come back down one more time and then go. Let's trace it out like this. Just so we, have an idea of what's the bullish scenario. The bullish scenario does not include a major retracement on XRP. It would be down and then something like from there, wherever it is in here. Is that 210, 205, or is that 230? Either way, I'm looking in this larger zone because this cycle's already happening. It just is. You're already into the cycle. And I would even think if you're really on it, you're halfway through the cycle already. And so if we're halfway through the cycle and there should be another bullish, hold on, there should be another bullish wave, then there's no possibility for retracement. Like this. By the way, S&P's turning around at 59.80. I'm not worried about that either. Can I get a decent feed? I'm really riffing today for a reason. Highlight exactly where we are relative to the longer term and what we should be thinking in general of not only targets, but what we should be doing from this point forward. Okay, this is the deal on XRP. If we're like this, is XRP done the run or no? Remember, XRP, here, it's all coming up. It's just super slow. I don't know why this is so slow. Okay, are we going to do this with XRP? Break out, remove, go from there. It's an XABCD creature. It's either a retracement creature or an extension creature. We're looking for the extension creature to about 520, 1618 minimum. I think it can get it based on, you know, what we're looking for out of Bitcoin, what the total asset allocation should be. You know, total crypto market cap should find its way close to 6 trillion by the end. Currently 4. It's like that. So if that's what we're looking for, then what should be the next move? Retracement, whatever 4-hour or daily oversolds are. That's why this is so critical. That's why within the context of saying, all right, we expect XRP to do that, well, then whatever's going on here should just be consolidation range. That makes this current, come on, where is it? There you go. That current oversold reading at about 215, that's your continuation point. That's how we get to realize higher levels. Really critical to be aware of that. Your realm of possibility is a lot less here, where we're going to get through this. If it takes another 2 weeks, so be it. But you're not looking for anything lower than that current level, and you're looking for that. Okay? Not to mention that's an exact 382 at 190. We discussed that last time of how important that is. Yeah, just put the symbol in. We'll look at it. I want to kind of nail this out in terms of what we should be looking for, thinking about currently with crypto. Okay, of how this is kind of unwinding the December peak and then setting up for the second wave. That's where you are, and you could very well be there now that this next wave is almost done on the downside. That's what I'm thinking. Get this done with. And you might have, as you know, take it to tonight into tomorrow, and then Thursday we're looking for the turnaround. So just be aware of that. I mean, that's not always easy to see it. Again, Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum, we covered them all. Couple of the big ones, other big ones. So like Coinbase. Let's jump to there. Then we'll segue back to stocks, because S&P is 59.80 on the SPY right now. We were as low as 70, a critical spot, and that's looks like it's, you know, it's poked there a few times. Looks like it's turning around for the day. But Coinbase is super strong. It's like MicroStrategy, super strong, but still needing to go through the stair-step process, up, down. And, you know, we're still in a retracement down. I don't know why it's taking forever. Here's the daily, okay? Just happened a couple days ago. Overbought, yellow dot, bang, yellow dot down there, right there. The check back bar, you should be aware of that. That still needs to be retested. That's like 261. That's a big deal. It would be the official retest and first kind of higher level confirmation since these patterns back in September. The green line right there, that's the last time a yellow dot has been retested. You're about to get it, tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. And that's a good thing. That says, that says you're not going to come back for the T2. You're going to hold up here, and then when you go to check out the weekly, you have patterns on coin. You have clear targets here. Remember the weekly bat pattern at 330? Okay, you're still resolving that. That's 223, and that would be the best scenario. I'm talking for like the history of the stock. If we could get to 223, I think that would be better than 260 because it would be a more complete retracement. But here you are. I think we talked about the strategy session, because a lot of these are still in this retracement area. So be aware that that's what we're doing. We aren't even under the 50 level. Again, weekly chart. So this would be the other thing to be looking for. Just monitor amplified RSI right here at the 50. This is under the 50. HSI, come down a little bit more and get oversold, and then start it again. So be aware that we have structures, and I think a lot of things are still just falling within the harmonic pattern framework. MicroStrategy, same type of deal. Here, come on, this is slow. Yeah, I don't know why that's running so slowly. Anyway, interesting yellow dot check back right here. What's the last dot on MicroStrategy? This dot right there was 356. So this week we retested that as high as 383, now 345. But check it out. MicroStrategy already hitting oversold territory just within this last 3 bars. So that tells you small reaction. In fact, if we can kiss it and then have a nice inflection next week, that would be a pretty big scenario. We're looking at these secondary markets to get some insight, but that would be it. Yeah, we'll jump to the rest of those stocks in a second, guys. Yep. So even with that, pretty close. What's the 4-hour say? Where's the 4-hour? Yellow dots. Looking good. I'm okay on all of that. Can we get down at least 330? It's not 346, guys. But let it finish this retracement. It's down 33 right now. Great. Come on down a little more. And that's serving up the end of this whole reaction for sure. What was that? Justin wanted to look at what? BTBT? Yeah, we can look at some of those semis. We're making our way over to the stocks. S&P is only down 36 at the moment. NASDAQ's down 259, 260 after being up 300. It feels like a lot. People are looking for the straight off breakout moves. I mean, come on. NASDAQ was up 30-something% at one point in the end of December, mid-December. Still coming off a little bit. I'll get to those in a second. The story hasn't changed. NASDAQ and the rest of them. We need to get oversold a little bit more. BT, Bit Digital, among the miners and the other things. The 4-hour got oversold, so that's a reaction. That's all. Wasn't this a daily as well? Wait, hold on. And a bunch of the miners triggered patterns and oversold signals recently. Some are coming back. I know CleanSpark, still long that. I did whittle off like half of the Friday 12s and took a licking on the other half. I mean, it was like I had like 130 of the Friday 12s and basically sold them as small loss, half of them, and the other half I'm eating it currently. And I'm still long the shares. I'm still long the 13s at the end of the month. Don't know why this is so slow. Hold on, guys. This is slow. Come on, people. Let me reload this. It's just not working. Let's go BT. There it is. On the daily. That's what we wanted. Okay, yeah. Daily was that. Was the Gartley. So Justin. Yeah, so what is it, Justin? I mean, again, it's a type 1 reaction. Clean Spark was a type 2, my man. And that's why I was ready, and I'm still ready to absolutely crush it. This one needs a little more time. Type 1, T1, 317 to 398. That's done. And you get smacked back down. That's typical reaction behavior. So come back down and retest 317 for BTBT. And that should be it. That should be a very sizable opportunity when it comes in. Okay, Clean Spark. Yeah, I'm still, look, I'm not sweating it because that's a T2 that already did its business. Type 2. Oh, I did want to say this. So one of the things that I realized, I was a little late on Clean Spark, but guys, my number is 11. The exact number is 1033 if you're not in it yet. But there should be a dot here. The reason why there's not a dot, we do have a limitation on the number of bars that we can have the check back. Like, here's the confirmation there. Okay, but it's 38 bars to this day. 42, something like that. 41, 42 bars today. Post that initial test. It should still be valid. So I'm going to expand the parameter so we can capture more of stuff like that. Because by definition, between the 1 and the 2, that's still okay. We did everything you need to happen. You have the T1 dollar sign. That's your segment. That's your reaction segment. T1 back to T2. Okay, and we should have a dot. Literally should have been in like 2 days ago. Three sessions ago. And I'll show you how crazy it was. So the dot should be literally this bar. And how we look at it from there is the open of that bar. We'd get the dot, and then the green line goes on, projected to the right from that bar. It's not on there because it didn't register because the excessive time, but the open is 9:45. When we started Friday on the 3rd, the low was 9:43. So that was like an exact HSI bullish dot confirmation of a type 2, probably the best pattern formation with confirmation. And so I'm still super strong on this. If it's going to take more time, so be it. Probably give me an opportunity to add more shares. Go to 3 or 5,000 total. And let's get in front of this. I mean, this is a 3 ideas even for my folks. That's a freebie for the rest of you. But there. So technically there is a dot, and the check back did occur. And it is a T2, so we go to target 2. So what I'm saying is you're 1078 currently, you go to 1884. Heard it here first. Does it take 30 days? Maybe, or more, but we should put a 30-bar window on that. And all the miners are like this. And I think like the miners got clipped recently. So take me till February 12, all right? Hold me to that, mid-February. You give me that much time. And here's the other one. Look, Mara. They're buying Bitcoin. They're borrowing money. They're going to make the leverage Bitcoin play like MicroStrategy. That's the narrative. Oh, but wait, it just did a 50% correction. How can that happen? Market mechanics, market dynamics. So this is the opportunity. 1702 was the XA level. Dot went on yesterday, folks. This is Mara. We're checking back. Today's day one. You're retesting that open. We'll get a green bar. Green bar will go on for Mara. Okay, but you're in business. You're 1955 right now. You're looking for this to start to move. And maybe it comes back to 17, but shouldn't really matter either way. This is the spot. You know, beautiful bat right off the top. And what you don't see, let me bring these other patterns. You got back-to-back patterns here. Another shark down here. Bearish shark to 5-0. Now confirmation. I mean, it's all there. For how we would line stuff up, that should be the other one on your radar. Yeah. Yeah, Greg, I hear you. All those, and then even, yeah, stuff like, I'll tell you that HUT 8 is, that, I think HUT 8 shows you the kind of move, if these are going to go, HUT 8 is showing us the way. You know, HUT 8 was just like Bit Digital, Riot Blockchain, Mara, you know, they all got crushed. They went to 4 to 5 or whatever, lingered at 12, 15, and then made the push to 32. And against their all-time ranges, well, not bad so far. At least you're trying to make the run to the 382 recovery range, which was 35. You should frame it out like that for HUT 8. Something like that. 382, 618. And if the miners are going to do it, they should run to that 382. Like, let's say Bitcoin gets moving in the next month or two. These should be the retracement opportunities you're looking for. Again, it is the optimization of the bullish trend and buying on retracement, bullish retracement patterns within a bullish trend. That's the larger notion, strategy, guideline, especially going forward as we get further and further into this new year. Just because we expect bullish, strong conditions, it probably even necessitates larger opportunities when we get the retracement patterns, when you get the pullbacks inside the channels. Because a possibility for a corresponding like blow-off move or larger thrust higher in those conditions can be expected. We still want the retracement opportunities. All right, let me get really quick to like NASDAQ, QQQ, SPY really quick, and then I'll take some of those others. Here's the deal on the Qs. With the clearest pattern, we've talked about the butterfly, okay, looking for the retest back up into the zone, getting rejected at 525. Okay, that's fine. 525 to 537, that's still the zone. What are the maximum possibilities here? Still target 1 or oversold. So whatever happens first, we get oversold or we get to target 1. Really clear. And look at what HSI is doing. We're looking for that. We almost had it, like yesterday looked pretty good. If we had a strong day today, that might have taken it out. You want to see HSI get back above the 50 so we can see some continuation. It's not going to happen today. You need maybe a 2 or 3 day turnaround, even here on amplified. These will happen first, but it's pretty clear on what needs to go down. Okay, you're getting rejected of this stuff here. Okay, what we're really looking for is give me a couple green bars. Can we get the 50 breakout on HSI and amplified will precede price. So until we're gonna bang in the zone, generally 500 to 535. How's that for really like not being exact? But super low is like 515 to 535. That's the larger zone. We're not ready to do acceleration. You're kind of like where you were again, right preceding October, right? We were all waiting. We were seeing signs right there, banging around the 50, and oh, there, bang. Breakout early November, another retest, and another surge third week in November. Same type of deal. We're looking for that here. Nice. You could buy Mara lower. I bet you Mara goes a little lower. Finance a finesse. Go slow, guys. If you want to buy 30 shares, man, 10 today, 10 tomorrow, 10 when it gets to 17. Again, trying to just impart that kind of gradual process, okay? Enter in chunks, exit in lumps. That's how I think about it. You know, you're entering in, 3 to 4 segments or 4 to 5 segments. You're exiting on 2 to 3. Something like that, and leave a piece. Qs, pretty clear. Nice butterfly. That helps us for sure. Weeklies like this. And where are we on HSI? Rolling back down. I'm not worried though, because we're still not under the 50. If we were under 50 like that, then I would say, all right, we've got something to consider, but not there yet. It's just let it do its thing. And SPY is the same deal. SPY is like this, where this one a little further advanced, the weekly deep crab. We've talked about that forever. Check out what's going on. Okay, stuck in the zone. We've said for a while 560 is the XA. Essentially, this potential reversal zone, PRZ, that's what it's called. 561 to 618. That's your zone. The weekly doesn't look that bad at all. In fact, you're not too far off all-time highs. Okay, if we're in this zone and say Amplified wants to take a dive down and break these 50 levels, that could be a trigger. HSI has broken down in the 50, and we've been under the 50. This is week 3. Okay, that's okay for now. I'm not too concerned with it unless Amplified wants to take a dunk down. We've got to watch it. But look, ideally, best situation would be get oversold like we saw back here in August, almost perfectly again in April, but both of those were nice inflections, and that's what we're trying to get at. I would love to see this hold up here, 590, 560, doesn't matter, and then trigger where we can do kind of a breakout move. Like give us a counter HSI somewhere in here that's bullish, and then go. That's where we are. We're in a vacuum. We're in this it's a pre-inauguration vacuum. Okay, a little bit of a hangover of 2024 to have those kind of fat gains, people taking some profits still because they want to push out the recording of the profit to 2025 instead of booking it in 2024. I did. There's some things I sold right around the second session for the purpose of just waiting till this tax year. That's what you're dealing with. That's what you want. Nothing really changes about the long-term levels or long-term considerations. Here's the monthly, and this is the biggest chart in the world. This is probably a bigger chart than harmonic perspective, this and Bitcoin. Okay, but we know Bitcoin failed. But the S&P 500 monthly deep crab, you could probably do a chapter in a textbook about this pattern and what happens. This is the double dot completed last week. So this month is the first month to consider. And again, I've been saying this really to highlight where people to put their eyeballs. What are the critical signals? A 50 breakdown on HSI, that's a big deal. And notice it happened in 2022, coming right off the top to signal something a lot more dangerous than, say, what was going on in 2023. It was just a 50 test. We're looking at that same assessment. So again, completely focused on this type of reality. I would like, and the bullish scenario would say, you hold the 50 and then next month you turn back up, and same here. Amplified, wrong window. Amplified, this amplified RSI, what are you going to do there? Okay, really close. I'm watching this stuff. I've said this multiple times. But it's only it's only the first month that we just start looking. So you're not like shutting the door or anything. Be super clear about that. Keep aware of that, okay? We are in an Orwellian subterfuge, Echo? That's what he's saying. I don't know. I think it's look, it's not normal. Things, not only are things not the same, thank God, but we should see results. Like if this is for real, everything that's going down, if these people are really going to change the game and make it for the better, then yeah, we should be seeing results. And how do we see results? We see this pattern in this S&P 500 basically wear itself out and we continue higher. But from what point? Is that 560? Is it from 482? Because by definition, type 1 and then do the mass return move. I'm just putting it out there. I mean, if that happened, that would be the best thing for the long-term trend anyway. But I don't think that's going to happen because we still have so much strength in the readings. You know, we're not under the 50. Amplified hasn't crossed the 50 to really kind of shut the door on that possibility. But that's a concrete pattern. It's one of the best patterns that has come along in at least 10 or 15 years for the SPY. And so what should a failure look like? I've mentioned this with my crew the other day, and I'm just with you guys too. Okay. Here we had, that's what a positive pattern looks like on the monthly. Okay, that was 2007, 2008. We had a dot, all of that. But look, we also had the really clear break of the 50, break of the 50. Those would be important signals, no doubt. But they're not there yet. And I don't know if they're going to happen. And if they happen, we'll have plenty of time. I want to be clear with you guys. There's only a couple things we really need to look for. That's it. And then let's go to the weekly. Same deal on the weekly. But what I wanted to show you is, okay, here's what a failed or two failed bearish patterns look like. So this would be the failed situation. Longer term. Big crab pattern, a couple of dots. It's a weekly chart. That's pretty significant. What happens? You hit the top end of the pattern, and you throw down to get a bullish counter signal that sends it for the failure. All right? It literally, in terms of an ideal model, that's what you're looking for. Those are important key events that happen to fail a pattern and what leads to the continuation of the predominant trend. Beautiful pattern. Oversold. Overbought. And this is going off the 08 low up to the 2013 peak. Beautiful deep crab, and then it just is kind of a bypass grind. It's not easy though. If you don't know what to look for, with these failed situations, okay, you can easily get steered one way or another. And now, same type of deal. Deep crab on the weekly. You have it on the monthly too. What should happen here? A continuation. It might be a sideways grind higher, but you stay up here and grind. That it really boils it down to these two scenarios, and we know we've got time to make those assessments. Here's the really probably the most interesting of the big cap indices. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is another crab pattern. So how do you walk through that? What do you think of that? It's a 1618. That's how you treat it. It's a special 1618 advance. Why is the 1618 so important? It marks a natural state where we can consider moving too far, too fast in one time iteration, where at least we can expect a pause, a consolidation, if not full reaction. Doesn't have to give you full reaction, but that's just the change in expectation. So that's denoted by T1 with the dot. A lot of this I talked about last week in our strategy session for the year. That's available on the Discord, by the way. But here we are with the industrials. This is weekly, so that's really nice. There's confirmation. 42,000 to 45.5. That's your big range. What's it doing up in the zone? Oversold. Oversold on the weekly. Last time we were oversold was back in April. Market was trading like 37K. And then it ran. I mean, nice move for the Dow to do like a 15% move in that period of time. Great. This is week one. Big stuff. I mean, guys, when you start walking through harmonic pattern framework and you describe it to yourself, the levels, where are we, what's it doing, okay, then you'll understand what are the possibilities, because I'll start looking next week for that. Maybe this week we go sideways. We're certainly going to register oversold. Would be great to get a bullish candle by the end of the week. We'll know by Thursday. And then we're down here at the 50. Is this a 50 nominal test, or are we going all the way oversold? Think about it this way. We have not been oversold like that since, what's that, October 23. I think chances are better that this 50 holds, and you maintain this kind of situation where it's just a 50 test. I think you'll know in about a week. But we're also in a bullish seasonal time, which is great. And what we really want to see is something like this, either by Friday or next week. And you print a bullish counter arrow, something like that. And we've seen that how many times before? Last couple of years, there and here, October 23, and at the low down there, June 22. All critical, important continuations within this uptrend. There's a commonality with all these markets. They're going through this retracement within their uptrends. That's it. Yeah, LC, that recording is on the Discord for the strategy session if you want to check that out. The Discord, everything, guys, is available on the basic members page. Just go to Harmonic Trader. Okay, register now and set up there, and you can get it on the basic members library. Also, here's that. Remember, get the software. Okay, I did want to say this. So if you are purchasing the software, you can get a 30-day gold membership for this month. People were asking me for something. I get it. Everyone got used to the discount, but that's the best I can do. But that's for purchase. But you can get the free trial, and I send you guys videos and everything with the trial. Send your TradingView username to hpc@sr-analyst.com. This is like a part 2. I didn't really intend to do this, but because of where we are, this is ending up to being like a part 2 to the strategy session from last week. It's just that we're realizing a lot of the things that we discussed pretty quickly on the weekly there. I mean, that's is significant beyond belief. So, and that comes on the week. The other thing about this on the daily, all right, for the Dow, we're looking for just another dot. Okay, we have the check back. We are oversold on the daily. We're retesting your one bullish day, one bullish green bar away from getting another dot. That's big too. So again, Thursday's the day. I mean, we'll get through this, but come Thursday, that's when we're looking for things like this and this and this. That's 3 signals. It'll be the 4th signal. But let me just go every time with these every bullish daily dot there and then all the way there. You see it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 6. Your 6th signal in 15 months. That's a big one. It's coming in now. Just so you guys know, and it will give you plenty of time. But again, there's a lot happening. I think more than really it seems. And it's a retracement within an uptrend channel. Let's go. Okay, I can only take a couple more. We looked at FET earlier. Did I look at FET today? Maybe it was yesterday. Let's go to Tesla. Tesla is still this. Well, daily HSI was triggered yesterday, probably a check back now, 378, but it's about the weekly scenario, and it still is. Okay, there you go. 340 is, I posted that on Twitter a couple days ago. I'm waiting, I'm praying, I want to get that. For me, for Tesla to hit that, that would be the point where we resolve the big rally from last year, and you have a nice 382 pullback. That's still it. Not much has changed. Amazon, same deal. Let him pay for the wedding. Let him set up the misses, and then daily. You know, you're gonna. I'm gonna post it right now, but. You know, I will post the story, and I guarantee it's going to happen in the next 30 to 60 days. You're going to get a story where, oh, Jeff Bezos sold $10 billion worth of stock. He had to pay for the boat and the wife. It's coming. You know, and he'll say, it's part of my planned financial stock management strategy. Either way. Type 2, no matter who's selling it, is coming for that retracement. 201. And we're talking sizable retracement within that uptrend and then continuation. So come back to 201, and this is going to be the plan. I did see Meta was up like 18 yesterday, and they're giving it back. But that hasn't changed either. This was the last yellow dot right there, was 590. And again, like Dow and like a lot of these that put in their dots, it's your job to track them and then take advantage of the check back, the green line, green line, green line, green line. 4 opportunities. 4 opportunities since August, clear as day. Facebook's not stopping it. NVIDIA. Talked about that last week too. Perfect. Look, only harmonic pattern framework. Only harmonic pattern framework did this. T1, T2. Yesterday we printed the T2. Today we got the dot off the deep crab. T1 reaction. Unfortunately, There was no confirmation down here. That was almost kind of a bummer you didn't get it, but all right, why the smackdown? It was a T2. I know what's his face was there at CES talking about, super robots and microprocessors and stuff. It was a T2 off the deep crab. That's what we know. And probably 4-hour had it. I think the 4-hour did have, it had some dots here and had the same patterns. Oh, look, there's your 4-hour. 1, 2, and now maybe do one more 1, 2. That's concrete patterns behind the action. Oh, it's a type 2 deep crab on the daily. And Jensen's going to be speaking at CES tonight. Yeah, sell the news. No matter what, sell the news. That's how to play it. And 4-hour back-to-backs. So maybe even go 1, 2 one more time like that. Keep an eye. We already did those miners. We can circle back on those on Thursday. But those are the big ones. Okay, and I think it's that's an important part of what we do, lining yourself up with the signals. One or two more things I want to take a quick peek at. Gold season is here. Monitoring that. Can we get some kind of larger move? We should be in a bullish environment. What's going on here? Bearish bat on the 4-hour. Probably get a dot. So gold, I just wanted to take a second and just kind of show you where we're at. Why isn't gold rallying? Because it slammed this bat pattern. We got to get above 2,700. That's the point where we could see follow through to finish out this gold season, which is November till February, essentially. And like that. I mean, I'm thinking we get back up to 2,700. This also spills into what everyone's talking about, like dollar index or bonds. I think that's the bigger thing. There's dollar index, 4-hour HSI, dailies like this. Because whenever the market goes down or does a retracement, they say, oh, okay, yeah, bonds taking a hit, rates are up, dollars up. We're overbought, folks, but we need to retest that 108.77, 109. Ever since dollar index put a high level bullish continuation. What's the market done since basically the dot, which was the 10th of December? Market's been capped. That was the peak, essentially. Go back up. And then you have things like dollar yen, like this. Dollar yen, pretty interesting on itself, trying to make a retest of last year's high at the 886. You got a few things up here. I mean, there's, again, I don't expect to see like catastrophic currency moves. Maybe not yet. And if anything, you're hitting overbought levels now. Now you're stretched. Daily. Even the weekly. There's the weekly. Dollar yen, that's a big deal. Big deal. Really nice. Alternate bat. 155.48, 150. It's 157.85 at the moment. But we're one red week away from putting in another bearish dot, like there and there and there. Really close on so many of these setups where this week we'll put in the dots one way or another. 2-year yield. Just so we're clear. Remember, 2-year, 10-year yield. These are up against, last year they were up against their maximums. And another weekly overbought. The yields are, at an overbought level. I mean, the prices are, getting crushed, but the yield themselves overextended. HSI dot, it checked back. You are one red candle. You'll put in another bearish dot, not bullish. Everyone's talking about yields going up. I don't see it. If anything, we put in a dot here. Not only will that be lower than the prior dot, but it'd be kind of a sequence of topping. Left dot, higher dot, secondary, tertiary, lower dot. Send it back down to 3.5%. I think 430 is a steal. If you were looking to grab some yield, yeah, 430. Everyone's worried about this thing going like above 550. It's not there. We're about to register another oversold. Once that happens, then I think the market opens up again. You want to tie these markets together like that, this is where the signals are screaming. Like you want money printer sentiment to go, the money printer goes burr sentiment to come back. Get this printed dot and yields start to drop. Yeah. Yeah, you're just going to have to be patient for it. 2,400 gold? No, man, I really don't think that. I think gold is, it holds 2,500 psychological level. And then you're just looking, to me, guys, I mentioned this when we started today. The narrative is crazy and everyone's, sitting there with bated breath waiting for this market to do big things. Let's circle back to Bitcoin. That's where we started today. That's what we're looking for to Thursday. 96.7, we said as low as 96, so not a biggie. Okay, we're still in that, looking for that. In the 4-hour chart, come on back. Here's the 4-hour. 96.7. Oh, what was the low? 96.5. All right, you need a dot. We're now 58 minutes. You get the next bar. Target 1, that's what this is 96. Okay, that's what I'm waiting for. I get this, end this by Thursday. But it's around 96. And we still are in the zone. So again, all the stuff I went through today is like a follow-up from last week. And also to kind of relate that the natural market mechanisms going up to go down, down to up, are in full force. The easiest way to describe that is go dot to dot. And we're against this bat pattern, 2 patterns. Let's finish the reaction. That's what we're doing this week, whether it's the first full week of the year or not. And then we'll put in a dot, and then we can talk about that maybe Thursday, or maybe shortly after Thursday we can get that to start. Beyond, it's noise, and there's going to be a whole lot of that. So that's what I have for today. Yeah, let's save the rest of those for next time. If you guys came in late, please check the beginning. We did a real serious rundown of the major crypto and what we're looking at on these reactions. That's it. And we're, you're 3 to 6 bars on the 4-hour chart away from most of these scenarios. So if it's not today, it's tomorrow midday. Get your trial of the software. Send your TradingView username to hpc@sr-analyst.com. All other questions, direct them to me on the Discord, which you can get through Harmonic Trader as basic member. I'll be back on Thursday. So hit subscribe to get the notification. If you liked what you saw, give me a little jingle on the thumbs up, and then we'll be back at that time. Okay? Thanks, folks.